Hi, in today's reading we're going to start off at Genesis chapter 9. Then Noah built an altar to the Eternal. He took some clean beasts and birds of every kind and burned them in sacrifice on the altar. And when the Eternal smelt of soothing fragrance, the Eternal said to himself, Never again will I curse the ground, though the bent of man's mind is indeed towards evil from his youth. Never again will I destroy every living creature as I have done. So long as earth remains, seedtime and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night, shall never cease. And God blessed Noah and his sons, bidding them, Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. The dread of you and terror of you shall be on every beast of the earth and every bird of the air, for they are now in your power, with every fish within the sea. Every moving thing that is alive is to be food for you. I give you them all. As once I gave you the green growth, only you must never eat the flesh of the life, that is, the blood in it, and I will avenge the shedding of your own lifeblood. I will avenge it on any beast. I will avenge man's life on man, upon his brother man. Whoever sheds human blood by human hands shall his own blood be shed. For God has made man in his own likeness. As for you, be fruitful and multiply. Breed freely on earth and subdue it. Then said God to Noah and also to his sons, I now ratify my compact with you and your descendants, and with every living creature in your company, with any bird or beast or animal whatsoever that leaves the barge. With every beast on the earth I ratify my compact with you, that never again shall all living creatures be swept away by the waters of the deluge, that never again shall there be a deluge to destroy the earth. Here, said God, is the symbol of the compact that I make with you and all living creatures in your company for endless generations. In the clouds I sent my rainbow as a symbol of the compact between myself and the earth. Whenever I cloud over the earth, once the rainbow appears in the clouds, then I will remember my compact with you and every living creature whatsoever. And the waters shall never again become a deluge to destroy every living creature. When the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will look at it to remind me of the lasting compact between God and every living creature whatsoever upon earth. This, God said to Noah, is the symbol of the compact that I ratify between myself and every living creature upon earth. The sons of Noah who came out of the barge were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and for them spread out all over the earth. Noah the farmer was the first man to plant a vineyard. He drank some of the wine and, becoming drunk, lay uncovered inside his tent. When Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father naked, he told his two brothers outside. Shem and Japheth then took a plaid, which they laid over their shoulders. Laid over their shoulders, and walking backwards, they covered up the nakedness of their father. As their faces were turned back, they did not see their father's nakedness. When Noah awakened from his wine and learned what his youngest son had done, he said, A curse on Canaan. May he be a slave and thrall to his brothers. He added, O thou Eternal, bless the tents of Shem. Let Canaan be his slave. May God enlarge Japheth. May he be welcome to in the tents of Shem, and have Canaan as a slave. After the deluge, Noah lived 350 years. Thus Noah lived for 950 years in all, and then he died. Here are the descendants of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah. They had sons born after the deluge. The descendants of Japheth were the Sumerians, Magog, the Medes, the Ionians, Tubal, Meshech, Tiras. The descendants of Sumerians. The descendants of the Sumerians were Ashkenaz, Rephath, Togarmah. The descendants of the Ionians were the Elisha, Tartarus, Cyprus, and Rhodes, and from whom the seaboard nations spread. Such were the sons of Japheth, according to their lands, languages, and national families. The descendants of Ham were Ethiopia, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. The descendants of Ethiopia were Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Rama, and Subteca. The descendants of Rama were Sheba and Dedam. Ethiopia produced Nimrod, the first man on earth to be a despot. He was a mighty hunter before the Eternal, hence the proverb, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Eternal. His empire at first was Babylon, Uruk, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar, from which he pushed out into Assyria, building a great city of Nineveh and its suburbs, also Calah, and Rezin, which lies between Nineveh and Calah. From Egypt sprang Lud, the Anakim, the Libyans, the Naphtuim, Pathros, the Kasolim, and Crete, from which the Philistines came. From Canaan sprang Sidon, first of all, then the Hittites, the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Girgashites, the Hivites, the Arkites, the Sinites, the Arvidites, the Zamorites, and the Hamathites. After that, the Canaanite family spread abroad. Their territory extended from Sidon in the direction of Gerar, as far as Gaza, and as far as Lisha in the direction of Sodom and Gomorrah, and Admah and Zeboim. Such were the descendants of Ham according to the national clans, languages, and lands. The descendants of Shem were Elam, Assyria, Arpachshad, Lydians, and Aram. And the descendants of Aram were Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. Such were the descendants of Shem according to the national clans, languages, and lands. Shem, the ancestor of all Hebrews, the older brother of Japheth, and also descendants from Arpachshad sprang Shelah, and from Shelah Abir. Two sons were born to Eber, one called Peleg, being division, because the inhabitants of the earth were divided up in his day, and his brother was called Joktan. From Joktan spread Almadad, Shelef, Hazarmaveth, Jira, Hadaram, Uzal, Dikla, Obal, Abamal, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All these were descendants of Joktan, who lived between Massa and Sephar, toward the hill country of the east. Such were the national clans descended from Noah according to the origin, from whom the nations of the earth spread after the deluge. In the days when the whole earth had one language and one vocabulary, there was a migration from the east, and men came upon the plain of the land of Shinar, where they settled. Then they said to one another, "Come on, let us make bricks and give them a good burden." Then as they had bricks for stone and asphalt for mortar, they said, "Come on, let us make a name for ourselves by building a city and a tower whose top reaches heaven. It will keep us from being scattered all over the wide earth." Down came the Eternal to see the city and the tower which human beings have built. They are one people, said the Eternal, and they have one language. If this is what they do to start with, nothing that they can ever undertake will prove too hard for them. Come, let us go down and make a babble of their language on the spot, so that they cannot understand one another's speech. Thus did the Eternal scatter them all over the wide earth. They gave up building the city, hence it was called Babylon, because it was there that the Eternal made a babble of the language of the whole earth. And there the Eternal scattered men all over the wide earth. These are the descendants of Shem. When Shem was 100 years old, he became the father of Arpachshad. 2 years after the flood, Shem lived 500 years after the birth of Arpachshad, and was the father of sons and daughters. After living 35 years, Arpachshad became the father of Shelah. Arpachshad lived 403 years after the birth of Shelah, and was the father of sons and daughters. After living 30 years, Shelah became the father of Eber. Shelah lived 403 years after the birth of Eber, and was the father of sons and daughters. After living 34 years, Eber became the father of Peleg. Eber lived 430 years after the birth of Peleg, and was the father of sons and daughters. After living 30 years, Peleg became the father of Reu. Peleg lived 209 years after the birth of Reu, and was the father of sons and daughters. After living 32 years, Reu became the father of Serug. Reu lived 207 years after the birth of Serug, and was the father of sons and daughters. After living years, Serug became the father of Nahor. Serug lived 200 years after the birth of Nahor and was the father of sons and daughters. After living 29 years, Nahor became the father of Terah. Nahor lived 119 years after the birth of Terah and was the father of sons and daughters. After living 70 years, Terah became the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Now these are the descendants of Terah. Terah was the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran, while Haran was the father of Lot. Haran died during this time, the lifetime of his father in Chaldean Ur, the land of his birth. Abram and Nahor married. Abram's wife was called Sarah, and Nahor's wife, called Milcah, was the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah and Ishkah. Sarah was barren; she had no children. Then Terah took Abram his son, and Lot his grandson, Haran's son, and Sarah his daughter-in-law, the wife of his son Abram, and led them into the Chaldean Ur to reach the land of Canaan. But when they reached Haran, they stayed there, and in Haran, Terah died at the age of 205. Said the Eternal to Abram, "Leave your country, leave your kindred, leave your father's house, for a land that I will show you. I will make a great nation of you, and bless you, and make you famous for your bliss. Those who bless you I will bless, and anyone who curses you I will curse, till all nations of the world see bliss such as yours." So Abram went away, as the Eternal had told him, and with him went Lot. When Abram moved out of Haran, he was 75 years old. He took Sarah his wife and Lot his nephew with all the property and the serfs they had acquired in Haran. Off they started to the land of Canaan, and to the land of Canaan they came. Abram passed on through the land as far as the oracular oak at the shrine of Shechem. The Canaanites still occupied the country, but the Eternal appeared to Abraham and it said, "I give this land to your descendants." He built an altar on the spot to the Eternal who had appeared to him. Then he moved to the hill to the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent between Bethel and on the west and Ai on the east. There also he built an altar to the Eternal, and worshipped the Eternal. When Abram traveled on still southward, there was a famine in the land, and as the famine was severe in the land, Abram went down to stay in Egypt. As he neared Egypt, he said to Sarah his wife, "Come, I know you are a handsome-looking woman. When the Egyptians see you, they will say, 'This is his wife,' and they will kill me and let you live. Do say that you are my sister, that I may be kindly treated for your sake, and that my life may be spared on your account." When Abram entered Egypt, the Egyptians did notice that the woman was very handsome. The courtiers of the Pharaoh saw her and praised her to the Pharaoh, and the woman was taken to the palace of the Pharaoh, who treated Abram kindly for her sake, presented him with sheep, oxen, male donkeys, male and female slaves, female donkeys, and camels. But the Eternal struck the Pharaoh and his household with severe diseases on account of Sarah, the wife of Abram. So the Pharaoh called Abram and said to him, "What is this you have done to me? Why did you not tell me she was your wife? Why did you say she is my sister, and so move me to marry her? See, there is your wife. Take her and be gone." And the Pharaoh gave him an escort, who led him away with his wife and all that he had. So Abram left Egypt, along with his wife and all that he had, accompanied by Lot, and he went up to Negob. We're going to leave off at 13 today. Thank you. See you guys.